After two ministers, the chief legal advisor of England and Wales has resigned, but Boris Johnson apparently does not want to back down. So, a few hours after the resignations of the finance and the health ministers, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has filled the posts. Johnson appointed former Secretary of State for Education Nadhim Zahawi as the new finance minister on Tuesday evening. The Prime Minister made his previous Chief of Staff, Steve Barclay, Health Minister. Another resignation was also announced on Wednesday night. The Chief Legal Advisor for England and Wales, Alex Chalk, also resigned. At a time when our country is facing great challenges, when trust in the government has rarely been so important, unfortunately, the time has come for new leadership, the government's chief legal advisor said in his resignation letter on Twitter. He cited the Partygate scandal and the handling of sexual misconduct allegations against a member of the government as reasons. Being part of government means accepting a duty to defend difficult or even unpopular political positions when doing so serves the broader national interest, but it cannot extend to defending the untenable. Earlier, former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak and Health Minister Sajid Javid resigned in protest at Johnson's administration. You might have seen my video this morning about it. No, yesterday evening. They too drew the consequences of a series of scandals within the government and the Conservative Tory party. The opposition immediately called for new elections. According to a media report based on insiders, the head of government still wants to remain in office, which is quite plausible. Two people close to the Prime Minister said on Tuesday evening that Johnson would fight. Finance Minister Rishi Sunak and Health Minister Sajid Javid were initially alone in the closest cabinet with their resignations. According to British media, Foreign Minister Liz Truss and Defence Minister Ben Wallace, as I said yesterday already, expressly backed Johnson. Both are considered possible successors. Other media reported in the evening that Johnson's government could be on the verge of collapse. By this time tomorrow it will be all over, an unnamed close Johnson ally told the BBC. No Prime Minister can survive the resignation of two senior cabinet members like this. Demands for his resignation also came from the opposition. After all the filth, the scandals and the failures, it's clear that this government is collapsing, said Labour Party leader Keir Starmer. The opposition leader called on other cabinet members to resign as a sign against the pathological liar Johnson. And, Starmer is a topic in another video you will see later because I switched them, but I'm not so keen on him as well at the moment. Former Health Minister Sajid Javid wrote on Twitter, I've spoken to the Prime Minister, submit my resignation as Minister for Health and Social Care. He regrets that he can no longer hold office in good conscience. Under Johnson's leadership, the Conservative Party is not viewed by the public as value-led, nor does it serve the national interest. Even after the party internal vote of no confidence, which Johnson narrowly won, the Prime Minister did not initiate a change of course. Javid's resignation letter to Johnson said he was clear that the situation will not change under your leadership and you have lost my confidence as a result. Sunak also announced his resignation on Twitter. He was always loyal to Johnson, he wrote there, but now he addressed harsh words to the Prime Minister. The public rightly expects a government to be run properly, competently and seriously. He wants to fight for these standards and is therefore resigning, knowing that this may be the last office as minister, said Sunak. Shortly before Tuesday night's resignations, the Prime Minister had apologized for appointing a representative of his Conservative Party suspected of sexual harassment as Deputy Whip of Parliament. Chris Pincher resigned late last week after sexually harassing two men. It became known that there had been allegations against him in the past. And Johnson stressed on the BBC that he did not lie in the case. Well, we all know better now. Johnson's spokesman previously admitted that the Prime Minister had been briefed on allegations against Conservative Party colleague Chris Pitcher Pincher back in 2019. So far, it has been said that Johnson was not aware of any specific allegations. With the internal vote of no confidence, Johnson wanted to put Partygate and the affair around it about illegal lockdown celebrations in Downing Street behind him. But contrary to the expectations of critics within the party, he remained in office. According to experts, his clear support for Ukraine in the war against Russia also helped him. According to the party rules, there must not be another vote for a year. Still, Johnson could be forced out of office following the resignations of Sunak and Javid. This Wednesday, after I filmed this, Johnson has to face a parliamentary committee. The survey is traditionally a highlight of the parliamentary year. The members often outbid each other with uncomfortable questions. They roast the Prime Minister. It was Johnson's first battle in the next campaign for office. But when you see this video, that will be over. But unfortunately, it was after I filmed it. It's always when you have to work on this, you can't do it on the minute. But I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.